Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host JT Wheatley back for another episode of the History Comics Podcast. This time another edition of the classics with the 4-issue limited series from July to November of 1998 by Greg Rucka and Steve Lieber with Whiteout. This is a very cool series. It's basically a mystery about a disgraced U.S. Marshal, Carrie Sticko, who is sent to the Antarctica base after killing a criminal in a blind rage, only to find herself in a murder mystery of one of the most loneliest places in the world. Greg Ruck does a great job. As you know, he's one of the better crime writers involved. He has a neat twist on the genre, and it's matched by Lieber's artwork, which does a great job of showing just the other creepiness of being out in Antarctica, especially the whiteout effect, which is where the title comes from, in which you're just blinded by a blizzard and you can't see anything. It's also dangerous. You can literally die from frostbite within minutes. It's a pretty nice twist on murder mystery, thanks in large part to the location. It's just a great read in general. It's a nice short read too. It's just a quick 4-issue read, and there's a nice trade paperback from Oni Press that really makes for a great buy for anything. Yeah, it's one of those nice little crime novels that shows once again how diverse comic books can be. They don't have to be superheroes; they can be crime novels set in neat, unique locations. So if you're looking for something a little different in the crime genre and comic books in general, check out Whiteout, because that is a true classic.
My name is Mark McRae, and I'm the author of The Best Saturdays of Our Lives.
I'm Dan Klink, co-host of The Best Saturdays of Our Lives podcast.
The Best Saturdays of Our Lives features programming trends from the 1966 television season all the way through the last hurrah of the early digital age of the 1990s.
On the show, if it's animated, we talk about it.
Order your signed copy today at tbsool.com.
And listen to the podcast at esonetwork.com and all podcast platforms.
And then now is July 13th, 2023, time for the favorite comic of the week. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things #1 by Cameron Chittock and Farrell P., which is a very fun crossover between these two different franchises, in which the kids from Stranger Things decide to take a trip to New York City, only to run into the Turtles in a pretty classic meetup. This Chittock does actually a really good job mixing up the characters and showing how, especially with how a classic Turtles villain has a connection to Eleven in a fun and actually kind of natural way. And also, you love how the Turtles originally the mistake the Demigorgons for rat catchers, which is one of their classic villains, and the characters interact really great too. And it's matched by P's art, which has this very almost it evokes Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman's original art for the original Turtles series. So this is a fun little crossover in general. Like sometimes these things you can come out of nowhere, like, okay, how are you going to do these two together? Once you read the comic book, they mesh up pretty well. So yeah. You want to check out something that you like, either one of these franchises, check this out. I will say one little qualm with the art is that they use they almost reference to Laird and the Eastman's art. The Turtles all wear the same red mask in the bands, so they're kind of hard to tell apart. And there's a reason why in the cartoon series and later forth, they all had different colored masks and so forth. But outside of that, great read, lots of fun if you love your Stranger Things, Art of the Ninja Turtles, and yeah, definitely check that out. And with that, we'll conclude with this episode of The Classics. Join me again next week for another episode. And until then, go out and enjoy yourself a good comic book. If you can, check out Whiteout by Greg Rucker and Steve Lieber, because that is a true classic.